Okay guys, today on the Copper Catcher we're going to tear into all these motors I got over here in the shop. Get that floor cleaned up. I've got another truckload of wire outside I got to bring in and get it stripped down. Had a pretty good payout at the scrapyard, didn't I? Best one I've had yet. Copper and stuff's on the move. Silver's on the move. I've just got to get this shop cleaned up over here before I bring that new batch of wire in to get it done. We got a little bit of stuff over here on the table we're going to work on and get it processed, and that's where we're going to go from here. We're going to go back and we're going to bust down some motors and get the copper out of them. So here we go. Okay guys, what I got here is copper ends with aluminum wire in them. We're going to try to cut this aluminum wire out of them, get this aluminum out of here so we can throw this into number 2 copper because it's tin coated. So, but all these things are pretty heavy. I would guess they're somewhere around a pound a piece. We can weigh one, see what it weighs. Point 8, 0.9. So almost a pound a piece. I've got my jaws of life warming up over there, and as you can see, they're copper ends there. But I'm gonna try the jaws of life, cut it down through here with the jaws of life, see if that don't get them out. If not, I may have to split them and pry them open. I don't know. I don't think it'll be able to get a hold of them. Even if we tear it apart, as long as the aluminum comes out, I'm fine with it. Just like that. I'm okay with that. Throw them in there. So let's get these back over there. I carried them over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 of these. So there's about 22 pounds here. About 22 pounds of copper, guys, number 2. I'll sweep up all this aluminum and get it in a container. Gonna try to lay down right where I'm working, guys. I might have to move over here. Get out of her way. Alright guys, I got a new little way of doing these. Well, it's not really a new way, I just kind of figured out how I need to go about doing them. I basically take one whole side off, like so. I got me a little tote down here so I didn't have to pick up this aluminum too. And then what I do is I take the point of these and I stick it right here where it's pinched together, where I pinched it when I was cutting it. Right here. I'll get a hold of it here in a second. Right there. And then it starts to roll it out like that. I just stop. I don't cut all the way through it. And then that stuff just falls right out of there. Same with this one. Just get it right there where you started to pinch it, open it up, stop, loosen it up, and it comes right out. There we go. Easy as that. Let me grab some more and I'll get back to you guys when I get them done. Okay guys, I got them done. What the hell? $187. I don't think I weigh that little. Something's wrong. That's more like it. Mine is 4.4. So we got 2 pounds of aluminum. This has got a little bit of wire and stuff in it, but it ain't nothing. So we got 18 pounds right there of copper, number 2. Nice little chunk already. All right, we're gonna put this back where I had it. Right over here, about a doggy. So she can still get some warmth and she got a place to lay. Out of the way. Now we're going to start working on some motors. We're just going to get them broke down for now. Might as well go after this nice dirty one right here and this starter. Yep. I ain't gonna be able to carry that by my hand, by that arm anyway. We got this here to break down a little bit too. This sucker's heavy for a little guy. We may have to get the air chisel out or grinder out on this. We're gonna grind it because my air chisel's next door and I don't feel like going and getting it. I'll go get it here in a little bit. And we're just gonna cut the bolts off of this one. Get my glasses to where I can see. There we go. We might have to go get the air chisel. She's a nasty one. Actually, this looks like it may have some windings on the inside on them armature too. Yeah, let me go get the air chisel. All right, we got the air chisel. Get these out of there first. Rusty. Brushes and mud. That thing's rusted in there solid. Now, this has copper here and copper here. We probably should check that. No wonder it was so heavy. Let's make sure the windings are copper. And they are. This may take a sledgehammer to get this one out. Get the big boy out. Is it moving? It's moving. Slowly but surely. Let's get it over here where I can double hand swing on it here. If I can hit it. It's moving, guys. There we go. And like I thought, it is. It's an old generator style. Got lots of copper in here, too. Cast iron. It's got the old oiler port. We are going to have to cut this with the cutoff wheel, so I might as well do it. I could use the plasma cutter, but like I say, I could use the plasma cutter, guys, but the I gotta turn it on and plug it in and hook it up and do all that, and hell, by that time I'll have it cut in half like I do. Get her opened up a little bit here. I don't know where my other, there it went. This thing is rusted to be rusted. Hell, it might be bolted in there. Looks like it is. Right here. Those 4 bolts. There's one of them. I ain't even trying to take them out. Them are straight tips. See if the old air chisel will cut them. Might have to get her down here on the beating plate. Oh yeah. Cutting them right off. That ain't helping any. some #1 wire. We'll get it out of there. We will get it out. We'll get this out too. There it went. Okay, there's the motor. There's one. Set it over here. There's my other hatchet. Let's get this down to where we can work on it. Got mud everywhere. Box had a big hole in the bottom of it. Them bolts were brass that I cut in half. Looks like. That don't look like it. That one did. No, that's magnetized as can be. Oh, that may be just a color. That's just a heat color. That's cast iron. Them are probably lead weights in there. They look kind of silverish though. Yeah, it's just lead. It's super soft. Cut that off. That. Eve, get up. Get up. Get up. Go. Just get out of the way for a minute. Come here. Don't go back there. Okay. You can lay down. Come here. Come here. Lay down. Alright guys, I went to cut through that shaft. That shaft is 3/4 of an inch or better. And that ain't gonna fly with my jaws of life. I don't want to break them. Now they may cut it, but I don't want to break them. So, with that being said, I want to get this copper out of here, but right now I'm not gonna mess with it. We're gonna throw it to the side, throw it in there for now, and I'll mess with it later. Let's get on this starter. Let's see what this starter has to offer. Let's see what the old starter has to offer. I do have a whole set of new sockets, so I need to go find them. Probably brass. There's a big chunk of copper in that, guys. Let's see what we got back here. Cast aluminum. Another motor full of copper we'll deal with later. I might sell them just as like copper bearing motors, I don't know yet. This is cast, nothing in that looks like it's got any value. I don't know if that turned or not. That one did. I think that one did too. Let's leave that one in. I got a gun, another gun somewhere. I do have another gun somewhere. Let's get a straight tip. And that's the one that didn't move. It's gonna move. Moving there. Broke that tip right off. Glad it's snap-on. There we go. We got her turning now. That one still ain't out. Okay. That's prepared steel there. That's some crazy looking copper there. There we go. Big bar copper. Yes. Those contacts definitely look like they're copper bearing for sure. So we're gonna throw them in there. That's plastic. Think. Yeah, it's steel. Seeing if I can get this stuff off of them, guys. Got some kind of rubberized coating. We'll get it. Stuff is on there now. Well, they say there's 2 ways to skin every cat. There we go. It's a pretty good sized copper there in a starter. I ain't never seen one with band copper like that. Feller. You gotta get that big bolt off there. Over here. Reason I'm taking my time, guys, because that's solid copper every single time sticking out of the back of a starter, and that thing is Pretty heavy. I don't know what they weigh, but I ain't never weighed them, but they're worth getting. And we got a couple little wires here going up. I'm not gonna chase that. This button here will have a little C-clip on there, which it does. And this rotor is solid copper. That's aluminum. I thought it was brass, but it's aluminum. Yeah. This is a nice little piece of copper though. Throw that in there, cut that off, throw it in there. We could call that number 1 if we wanted, but that out of there. Now you can do it one of two ways. You can cut the top off this, or you can do it like I'm doing and bend it back out where they bend it in to form it. I just do it this way because I don't waste wheels that way. Ouch. Should be able to get this out. It's moving. I didn't bend it all the way. The reason it's fighting me. Let's cut it. I got this one protected all the beat. I mean, oh, get out. You can't do that. There it is. Holy moly. This better not be aluminum. That looks like aluminum, guys. No, it's copper. There you go. Look at what comes out of there. It's amazing. Just as much in the motor, pretty much. Let's see what's in here. There ain't a whole lot in here, guys. I tore this apart the other day just to see what was in here, because it was extremely heavy for as little as it was. Give me a Phillips. This one. I don't know what's all in here, but we're going to take it apart and find out. That looks like a speaker. Some resistors. Steel. There's a little electric motor. There's a contact down in there. There's a little circuit board here. Get out of there. We got some silver contacts in there and some little coils, but we're not gonna mess with them. We're gonna throw them over there and that stuff. One of these days I'm gonna go after all that silver in that, guys. Built like a microwave, ain't it? It ain't out of a microwave, I'll tell you that. This looks like some kind of transformer right here, for sure. That's for sure a transformer. That's why it's so heavy. Okay, we got a little motor here. I ain't chasing that. Get that out of here. That's steel. Throw it down there. Some wiring harnesses. These will have silver in them. All of these little switches. They will all have silver in them. So we're gonna throw them back here in our silver depository box. Let's cut this off. Throw that in the aluminum. That's just a little speaker. Nothing there. Another switch. Them are silver coated too. These tabs. I'll get it later. Okay, we got a little bit of number one. Number one insulate. Do I got a number one box up here somewhere? No, I do not. Nope, right here's the box that we'll use for now. There we go. All right, this thing looks like it's almost impossible to get into. Definitely got copper in there. Let's set her right down on the bottom. Let's break some of this up. See if we can get it. See if we can get that copper up out of there like that. Oh yeah. That worked. Get some of that plastic off there so we can get bigger rounds here. There we go. Got it. Good half a pound. There might be another row of it in there. It don't look like it though. We're not going to even try it. Throw it in there. Okay. That's it for that. This I'm going to have to come over and break down over here because it weighs an absolute cold ton. I want to see what's in this. This is an alternator off a semi, and so isn't this. So let's see what's in one of these each. Whoa, about smashed my airline in half. I pretty much know what's going to be in these because these are almost identical to a Duramax alternator. So there shouldn't be a whole lot. They're Delphi made pretty much. What's going on with my vise here? Did I hit the bottom? There we go. Now we need them sockets. These are a special socket, but a regular socket will work if you get it close enough. That one will work. Those are a torque socket, is what they are, guys. I don't have any. My standard old 1/4 inch works great. Now these little fellers are tiny. I don't even know if we actually need to take them off. I don't plan on going after any of this under here. Maybe. We can I guess we'll see. Let's see. Let's find the sockets for all this stuff. Them are tiny, tiny. Let me go over next door and see if I can't find one. Guys, it's an E5. Is what it is. I've got a set over next door. Well, I don't actually have a set. I had to borrow it. There you go, guys. Big old chunk of copper in there. I'll get that out. So you need 4 or 5 sockets there, but nothing crazy really. There's a bearing. Derek be keeping that one. Here's a piece of cast aluminum. Throw her down there. Actually, cast is over there. I forgot to take that one in, guys. When I went in. Now, I know these here are aluminum, but they're probably a high grade aluminum. So I don't know. I may separate them out because them are electrical, so I know they're high grade. I'm gonna cut through them bars. Cut through that right there. Get that off there. I'm not chasing that. It's a piece of extruded, but it ain't big enough for me to worry about. I basically got to cut these 3 off so that this whole thing comes out. Is all I'm trying to do. I'm a little out of practice on the bench. Quite a lot of copper in there. Just like that. I'm trying to get that off there. There we go. Nice big chunk of copper there. Set it over there. Now this should come out of there with a punch. And drive these out right here. There's There goes the brushes, junk. There. Clean aluminum. Clean cast. Here's another piece of cast. Where'd the dikes go? That's a piece of copper. Trash. Now I could have beat the crap out of this thing, guys, and got it all apart a lot faster. But I wanted to just kind of show you how they're actually put together. This one right here is holding me still, right here. Now this is copper in here too. It's plastic coated. So we'll throw it over there in the copper bearing stuff. These are all copper too. Little chunks in here. And get that bolt out of there too. Just a stud. Clamp it. Clamp it like that. Now, I don't know where my ball peen hammer went, but I had one over here. Can't go anywhere now. They just don't want to come out of there, guys. They're gonna come out of there. They're gonna come out of there. I don't know where it went, but it came out of there. Oh, they're right here. Starter. Now, this stuff here, guys, is kind of hard to get out of. but it ain't too bad. Need a press is what you need, with a hole in it like that. Then you just push it out. I'm not gonna do it today because I gotta change that around. Let's see what's in this big guy here. It looks big, but it ain't real heavy. There we go. Look at that. That ain't even copper. Damn bus bar ain't even copper. The hell is that size? That's brass. Brass or copper? Brass. Brass. I don't have a brass bucket over here, guys. I took it in. Get these all out of the way. Some kind of resistor. The hell size is that thing? 3/8, that's what it is right there. No, it ain't either. It's just 9 right down in here. Man, that's heavy. It's real heavy. For as little as it is. What the hell is that? It's aluminum. It's aluminum. It's got them copper rotors in it. We'll get that out later. Nice piece of cast. There's the bolts. The hell? Nice big old chunk of cast. Look at that bearing, it's smoked. Absolutely smoked. Bearing's gone. It ain't in the aluminum. Nice big old chunk of cast aluminum though. what we got going on here? Check that out, guys. That's a rebuildable centerpiece armature. You guys still on? Did you guys see that piece fall out of there? Now I'm gonna show you this once I get it apart. I've never seen this before. Of course, I don't work on semis either, so. That bearing should have came out of there already. There we go. Nice big piece of cast aluminum again. But look at this. This piece is removable. Check that out. So instead of pressed together, you can rebuild this thing. This thing fell right out of there like that, and it's bolted in. So there's nothing left on here to other than this little piece of cast aluminum right here. It slides right out of there. That is awesome. This is where all the copper is, right here. And it looks like it's only right here too, so. This piece is awful little for that big of a motor, but it's pretty heavy duty wire. We'll work on getting that out. We could pull all this off. Why not? Throw it on the floor, let it do the dance. See, guys, you can completely rewind this. This is an alternator off a semi. Is what it is. They're completely rebuildable. So ain't the old new ones too, but they did it to where you couldn't repair it at home. Basically, you got to have special stuff. That must be the end of that wrap. Or it just got pinched in there. It just got pinched in there. I could have cut right across this, guys, pulled it off all at one time, but I thought it was pretty cool to where you could just unwind it. Come back here. There's a lot on there. All right, enough of that. Well, actually, I might as well just keep pulling it. Yeah, we'll see. cut across it like that. There's an absolute boatload of it on there. We're gonna sit here and get this all off here, guys. I'll get back with you.